Going on, everybody? It's Blockchain Bullz, and today we're going to do a deep dive into the Marianas Trench out here, real deep into the depths, and see what's down there in the cryptocurrency market. These coins down here, there's going to be 5 of them. They're actually tokens. You get them on Uniswap. That's basically the only place you can get most of these before they actually grow and become something. So I figured I'd talk about these. I kind of look at myself as an investor in these projects as like a venture capitalist. You know, the venture capital theory is they'll take $100 million and seed fund 100 startups, right? So every time I'm putting, I don't know, maybe $200 or $300 into a startup, whatever it is, $300 in Ether, I'm doing that looking for the next big 100x or whatever, realizing that some of these will just kind of fizzle out and go nowhere. That's why when you're kind of taking that approach of being a venture capitalist, doing deep dives into the Marianas Trench, the depths of the altcoin market, you kind of have to be aware of that. This is not for the average investor. The average investor, the retailer, probably should stick to Cardano or Ethereum. But if you're one of those guys who wants to be like a little venture capitalist out on Uniswap trying to find the next big thing, then this video is for you. So if you like videos like this, crush up the likes, subscribe to this channel, and keep up with Blockchain Bullz. Let's get into this. So, one way you can do this is you can go in here, do the 24-hour and find some tokens here. None of these tokens I'm talking about are going to be in here right now. I did talk about reserve rights, and I've talked about the graph a little bit on this channel, but these coins that I'm going to be showing you right now are not right here, okay? So, first one on the list is Linear Finance. So, you could see it's pretty fresh. September 2020, it came on the market, was way up here at around about 2.6 cents, 2 pennies. Now it's kind of rebounded back up there where it originally started. So it's kind of already reached bottom and it's moving up, but it's not irrationally moving up. So I like that. So let's take a look at what Linear is working on. A decentralized Delta One asset protocol. Linear Finance is a cross-chain compatible decentralized Delta One asset protocol to cost effectively and instantly create, manage, and trade synthetic assets with ultimate liquidity. And you can see they've got DuckDAO right there and Kinetic, Genesis Block. And now, liquids provide 360-degree investment exposure. Bitcoin, crude oil, coffee, market indices, esports, sustainability, ESG. So this is kind of like what you've seen with the synthetics. So you're basically getting into something like synthetics a little early on, right? Upon our launch, Linear.exchange will support creations of liquids with both cryptocurrency and traditional asset exposure, such as commodities, forex market indices, and even thematic sectors. So anytime you could trade crude oil, commodities, right, on a crypto alongside Bitcoin, that's pretty interesting. That's what Synthetic does. I'm not saying these guys are exactly like Synthetics, but you guys, if you guys are invested in Synthetics, you know where Synthetics price is, and you take a look at Linear and you're like, hey, this is really interesting. Again, let me just put this out there before I say anything. This is not professional financial advice, okay? So I have to say that because some people think YouTube is some place to get professional financial advice. No, not at all. Anyway, so now that we've got that disclaimer out there, but when I'm saying these things, I'm looking at the big picture here, and I'm looking at things from a reasonable, rational, logical perspective, realizing this thing could just completely go nowhere, but also realizing it could go somewhere, and if it catches up to synthetics, I mean, right now it's really going unrecognized. So add this to your list, just add it to your radar, do your own research, definitely. You got to do your own research, but I just show you, introduce it to you, and now you have an idea. Next one I want to talk about is Axion. Another one of those projects that's kind of going under the radar, no one's really talking about it. I mean, it hit the market November 2020, brand new, because what we're looking for is these startups that are going to turn into gold, right? Hopefully they do, but we'll see. Here it is right now, way below a penny. You can scoop up a ton of these real easily. It's a token, Axion Network. Let's check it out. So a global currency built to serve the people with high interest rate, time-locked savings account. Participants in the Axion Network are rewarded daily. Put some Axion in a time-locked savings and enjoy life living off the interest. So you mean to tell me I can lock away my coins and live off the interest? Wouldn't that be nice, right? Well, that's what they're basically giving you. Stake Axion on your terms, high interest. Look at how do you earn high interest on this platform? You're interested, right? So if you were to step into something like this and start investing and trying it out, I always say don't step in too heavy. Just kind of dabble in it, right? You know, they're talking about Hex. I actually don't hold any Hex. But if you were to, you know, just kind of dabble in it for a little while. Take it easy, see what you think of it, and then see if you like it enough to get more aggressive with it. But I'm saying, I'm talking about if you're going to start staking on Axion, you know, a brand new cryptocurrency project, right, that's just hit the market. We don't know how secure it is long term. We're just seeing that they have an interesting concept and an interesting idea. And also you can see, get your referral link here and earn 20%. So you can buy token staking platform. When it's a brand new platform like this, I always tread lightly. I recommend treading lightly. But again, I'm looking at like, hey, you got my ear, you got my attention. Let's see where you're going to take this thing. Again, big things. I'm also wanting to know who's on the team, who's behind it, all that kind of stuff, which is also really important. But you can see it's already been featured on Forbes, Bitcoin.com. So that's always a good sign, being that they've been featured. Now, we've seen things happen like that where, you know, they get featured and then they still do some weird, funky thing. The founders, some of these people, I don't know if they do it on purpose or they just kind of lose their mind and they do it on accident. I have no idea what happens to these projects because I don't actually talk to them, right? But you guys get the idea. Also, if you guys like videos like this, share them with your friends and family, people who are new to crypto, so they can get some exposure to how to do some deep dive research into some of these projects. Next one on the list is going to be Plasma Finance. I've talked about PPay a few times. I've actually downloaded the app again. I'm treading lightly. I'm not going too deep into anything here. I'm just kind of trying it out. Their app still is a little bit glitchy, but that's to be expected. They're still a brand new project, December 9th, 2020. Looks like they hit bottom here, in my opinion. I think they're going to go up. So I'm talking about PPay here. I think they've got some, I think they hit bottom. I don't think they're going to go too much lower, but what do I know? I mean, you know, maybe they do another bit of sell-off, but, you know, 0.02 cents, I mean, was as high, trading as high as, 9 cents? So we'll see, but let's see what they're doing. So here's their actual website. I like how they have their team or the advisory board on the website. That's always a good sign. They're out of San Francisco, which, you know, San Francisco is Silicon Valley. I mean, they've got a real detailed timeline here, but let's show you what it is. I mean, look at this product. This is a great product. Lilia Meshemenka is actually the founder, and you can check him out on LinkedIn. So I like when a project goes out of their way to do that. But banking 3.0, that's a new term, right? But check out what they're doing. The easiest way to invest in DeFi, all in one place. You know, we saw who was working on that before. Voyager, right? Before it was Voyager, it was Bitcoins and Ethos, right? So portfolio management, liquidity pools, lending and borrowing, fiat on and off ramp, DEX and swap aggregator, cross-chain asset swap. So again, these guys, they're working on something interesting. Their app still needs some work, and I'm okay with that because they're a startup. I'm not expecting the world from a startup. What I expect out of a startup is that they keep with it, keep plugging away. So I think a project like this, I like what they're working on. I think they're very, I think they're at a really good price point. This one right here is, whew, if they get it together, man, this thing is going to make people really wealthy, I think. But what do I know? Again, not professional financial advice, but I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to say that's a great price. It's already up here. They're working on something big out of San Francisco. They've got some credentials. Their founders putting himself out there talking a big game, so we'll see. Bondly, look at this one. I like these guys. These guys are interesting. Look at this right here. Just hit the market December 8th. Kind of sold off a bit. We like to see that little sell-off because, you know, now when we're getting into it, we're not getting into it on an all-time pump or something like that. You know, a lot of these aren't really pumping right now because I know you guys don't want those coins are those tokens that are on the pump, because then you're going to chase some FOMO into something and then get caught in a pickle, and then you're going to be like, Jeff just pumps, man. You know, that's what they always say to me whenever I talk about a project and it goes up real quick. So I'm just saying, hey, I'm the guy who's showing you what's on the radar, and you're the guy who's like, hey, that's cool, that's not cool, that's good to go, we'll see. You know, so it's, again, personal responsibility, but let's see what Bondly's up to. Look at this. Bringing agile and trusted DeFi to everyone. We saw what Elio Trades did with 88 MPH today. Bondly's doing like basically the exact same thing, except you don't have to pay like an arm and a leg to get it. You know, it's sitting at 11 cents. If you just compared it to 88 MPH, by this time, I'm sure the pump is on. And Elio, you know, he kind of knows what he's doing, right? $131 for one of these. It already sold off a little bit. He's just trying to give good information also. He's not doing anything wrong. He's just, you know, he sees something, he gets excited about it, and he tells his audience, and his audience responds. But Bondly is basically doing the exact same thing with the bond market here. And you could see bond with DOT, bond with Ring, bond with KSM, which is Kusama. Innovative, versatile, interoperable, transparent. This interoperable is what is the big thing nowadays, working across chains. So this project right here, I've talked about it a couple times. It's on Polkadot. At least I think I talked about it on this channel, or I talked about it with other people, my friends, when I was referring this one to them. But I know I've talked about it quite a few times before. Bondly is definitely an interesting project. And last on the list here, but not necessarily last in the pecking order, is one that I've been kind of trying to figure out if it's legit or not. I think so. I've been watching plenty of videos with the founder, Peter Thor, I think was his name. And he's out there. He's definitely talking about it. He's talking a big game. You can see his videos right here on Wise Staking. Everything seems to check out. I mean, he's a gamer former National Guard. Everything checks out with this. And so then I have to say, well, what is it that they're building? And I get excited actually when I look into it. So you can see it's trading at just under 58 cents, or about 58 cents. This one has gone up since it hit the market January 3rd. So this one, unlike most, instead of selling off, it pumped up. So far, so good. I mean, for the people who participated in their pre-sale, this one has definitely been exciting for them. I did not do that, but Wise token, stake Wise to earn more ETH. Okay. Do you like to earn more ETH? Or do you want to earn more Wise, right? Wise is a unique staking platform that leveraged an unprecedented 96% of pre-sale capital to form an instant, massive, and unremovable market on uniswap.org. Wise is audited, functional, complete, and free of any admin keys. So you've got reverse Wise. Wise has a 50-day launch period for investors to reserve Wise, stake Wise, sell Wise, liquidity transformer epoch, circulation epoch, liquidity transformer. The component of the Wise project trustlessly generates the main liquidity pool for Wise using the Uniswap protocol. Use DeFi tokens for Wise reservations. You could see Basic Attention Token, MakerDAO, DAI Stablecoin, 0x, Loopring, Kyber Network Token, Provable Oracle API. So what's going on with that? The amount of available Wise tokens offered on random supply days is determined shortly after the end of the day. Wise leverages the Provable Oracle API, which generates randomness delivered on-chain in a provable cryptographically secure manner. Okay, so earn commissions for promoting Wise. So you could get out there and share Wise with your friends. Here's Peter Gurr right here, and Aaron Hansen and Vitaly Marichenko. So you can see they are getting out there and putting themselves out there, which is always a good sign. The thing I don't like, which I mentioned in my other video, was they didn't update their website. Not a big deal, but you know, that is something that people do pay attention to, or should be paying attention to, because it's what is it? It's crossing your I's, or crossing your T's and dotting your I's, right? But we're not going to hold it too much against them, because we're not calling them the next Cardano or Polkadot. We're just saying they're a low cap gem, right? And we'll see where they go. You know, and I have no problem making recommendations as I refer these projects. Let me know in the comments if I missed one, or if you guys are liking any of these projects that you're seeing. It's definitely interesting. Like I said, high risk, high reward. If you wanted low risk, go into the stock market. That's where you could get, 50% or 1 times your gains or 2 times your gains. If you're looking for big gainers, these right here would be where you would start, and then you build upon that. So thanks to everyone who's been subscribing, sharing these videos, and we'll see you guys on the next one.